I love to talk to anybody that the Southern Poverty Law Center says is a bunch of racists. What a way to introduce you. Jessica Vaughn over there, Director of Policy Studies for the Center of Immigration Studies. Thanks for spending some time with us. Washington and Seattle are in the news a lot, Adams County as well, as we are a sanctuary state. We got a sanctuary city. We got a bunch of this sort of stuff. This organization you've been with since, I think, 1985, it's been around, and it looks as, I'm like the favorite line, I think, from your director said that what they hope to do is ideas that are rooted, that you guys are trying to do, make immigration skepticism intellectually respectable. So where does the skepticism come in?
Well, our research shows that our immigration policies and parts of our law are not really serving our interests anymore, our national interests. They serve a lot of special interests. They serve the needs of people who want to come here, often illegally, but they don't serve our country as well anymore. We're a modern nation, and we should be trying to admit immigrants who are going to contribute, who want to become Americans, who share our values, who are going to be self-sufficient. And right now, over the last 4 years, we took in more people who came illegally than through our legal immigration system. So that's a problem too. So we think we need less immigration overall, especially less illegal immigration, and less family-based immigration, and more green cards based on skills and talent that people have.
What country do you admire when it comes to their immigration laws?
Well, Australia has done an okay job on legal immigration in a lot of ways. Even France has made some improvements lately. Honestly, if we followed Mexico's immigration laws, we'd have a better system, because they actually enforce their immigration laws, especially nowadays.
Well, let's talk about some of the skepticism. Like, for instance, I'll tell you what we are led to believe, and what, if you talk to any legislator in Olympia, they'll tell you the same thing. That when it comes to sanctuary states or sanctuary cities, the reason we want to do this is because we want to make sure the people that are here illegally, or they referred undocumented, that they don't fear going to the police if they have to report a crime. That's sacrosanct. That you don't question that.
Well, look, I've done research on this. It turns out that it's not actually true that immigrants don't report crimes as much as others, and it's not true that sanctuary policies result in more crime reporting by immigrants. I did a study of this with a colleague based on the Department of Justice's own data on victimizations broken down by citizenship and not citizenship. So that's a false premise. But the way to gain trust of immigrants in the community, which is a legitimate concern, is not to keep releasing criminal aliens back into these same communities to prey on immigrants. That's the worst possible way to build trust. The way to build trust is to enforce the laws, to encourage people to come forward who are victims and witnesses. Many, many other types of community policing that are a lot more effective than sanctuary policies, which only protect criminals.
I looked at your study. We're speaking with Jessica Vaughn from the Policy Studies for Center for Immigration. So you did the study, and you found that when it came to illegal aliens or undocumented, reporting crime, 62% report to police, 60% serious crime involving violence, 53% of legal residents or citizens report. So actually you have undocumented or illegal immigrants reporting at a higher rate. And then when it comes to crimes, there are, when it looks like the crime part of it is the other part of the story, that illegal aliens commit less crime than legal residents in the country.
Well, that's something that's really hotly debated. I don't think, we've done extensive research on this also, and there is no evidence that immigrants or even illegal immigrants are committing more or less crime than Americans. I don't even think it's an important question, because what we need to worry about is having a way to remove people who are in the country in defiance of our immigration laws and put criminals at the top of the list, whether that's 1% or 20%. I don't think the victims of those crimes care. I think they're insulted by this insinuation that somehow illegal immigrants are more law-abiding than Americans. And there are certain types of crime that are directly linked to illegal immigration, like human trafficking, drug trafficking, identity theft, illegal employment, kidnappings, extortion. All of those are crimes associated with illegal immigration, and often immigrants are the victims. So, I think this is just meant to be a distraction and a faux justification for sanctuary policy.
Right, because if you chop down the tree at the root, which is that if you're an illegal alien and you're in this country, the reason we have sanctuary states, cities for you, is that you don't fear going to the police. But if your studies prove that they don't fear going to the police and they do go to the police, then, one of the basic tenets of having a sanctuary city or state falls away. And then the state can get the criminals that are here illegally, call the federal government, put it on that credit card, and have them flown out of the country. I'll play some sound for you. This happened just the other day. This was in Spokane. These are ICE guys pulling two illegal aliens.
You can! Hey! It's illegal!
They're saying these guys didn't have a warrant to do this. I'm assuming, I haven't seen because the video was taken by the woman inside. I'm going to guess they gave, get out of the car, we're coming in, or get out of the car. They were trying to get two guys. One of them attempted murder, another guy drive-by shooting, another one, a variety of charges against these guys. So ICE grabbed them and pulled them out. How do you explain in a rational world why anybody would want to protect criminals that are in this country?
Well, they have these sanctuary policies are politically motivated. The people who push them think that they're going to benefit in some way by having sanctuary policies. They're based on a completely false narrative. Another thing that they say is that ICE enforcement is overzealous and building fear. But it's all nonsense. It's based on a disagreement that immigration enforcement is legitimate and important to maintaining public safety and maintaining the integrity of our legal immigration system. So, I don't see the political value, though, of protecting guys like the ones in that video who are suspected to be members of a violent Venezuelan prison gang, already accused of violent crimes in this country, trying to legalize their status through marriage to a green card holder. These are not sympathetic individuals. These are not harmless asylum seekers. They're not refugees. They're people who took advantage of 4 years of almost open borders that allowed people to abuse our generosity in welcoming immigrants.
Yeah. Jessica, in the final time we have, the president has quoted from the research you've been doing, and you are working, or I assume Mark, the executive director, is working with the White House as well. Any advice? How do you think the president and Tom Homan are doing at this point? Are they politically kind of getting over their skis? Is it starting to backlash on them? Or if you had to give them advice, what would you tell them to do?
I think they're doing a great job. I think they need to keep it up. The one thing that I think they need to devote some more attention to quickly is enforcement at the workplace, and also going after the human traffickers who are abusing and exploiting some of the hundreds of thousands of kids who came here on their own. These missing kids that were released by the Biden administration to unvetted sponsors. I'd like to see some more work on that too, but they're doing a great job. It's amazing what they've accomplished in just 6 weeks, 7 weeks?
Yeah. Well, still the polls show that the majority of Americans are in favor of deporting criminals. So I was hoping that would be 100%, but it's always amazing. Jessica Vaughn, thanks for spending some time with us there. The policy studies for Center for Immigration. Keep up the good work. We'll talk to you soon as more develops from the state of Washington, okay?